Well, hello everyone. I just about said good morning, but it is 12:45 and yeah, it's not morning. I slept in until 10 this morning. Day after Thanksgiving mood. By the way, I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you actually celebrate Thanksgiving. But yes, it was a good day hanging out with friends. We didn't actually, we weren't actually with family, because both of my husband's family and my family are back east and we're getting together with them for Christmas, and so we just decided to stick around here for Thanksgiving, and we were just together with some friends who are basically family here where we live. So it was a great time, amazing food all around, and I love Thanksgiving so much. It's probably my favorite holiday. But Kip wants to come inside. 1 second. But basically it's just been a very slow morning. I've literally just, I woke up around 10. I grabbed some breakfast and coffee and was sitting on the couch till now, basically. I did start like 2 loads of laundry though, so, you know, doing a little bit of something. But was just catching up on some YouTube videos, and yeah. The plan for this video, as you will see in the title, is kind of a weekend reading vlog slash 24-hour readathon. I want to do another one because I only have like 5 days left in this month to read, and I still have quite a few books I want to try to get done for this month. I'm doing the Historathon reading challenge, and so far I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, and I'm in the middle of one and still have 3 others that I want to try to finish. I don't think that I will be able to finish all of them before November is up, but I wanted to do this reading vlog slash 24-hour readathon to try to get a little bit more read, because next week is going to be busy. So it's going to cut down on a lot of reading time, because my parents and little sister are coming out, and they're also helping my friends move out here to Colorado. Erica, if you guys know her videos and follow her channel, you know who I'm talking about. But they're moving out here to Colorado, and so we're going to be just busy helping them, and my family's going to be here. So I hope I can get some reading done, but probably not as much as I would if we didn't have company, you know? So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm just going to take you guys along because I feel like I'll be more motivated to get some reading done. But yes, the way that I'm going to do the readathon, 24-hour readathon this time, is I'm actually going to do the timed method. Start the stopwatch every time I read, because I have a lot to do this weekend as well, getting ready for company. I have my regular cleaning that I do on the weekends, but there's some extra things that need to get done that I have neglected for a while. And you know, I gotta do the meal prep and get groceries, all of those things. And so, yes, it's Friday. Did I mention that? Yes, I did, because it's the day after Thanksgiving. So yes, this is going to span probably from today till Sunday, but I'm just going to time it and read for a literal 24 hours, and hopefully I can, you know, get a lot read. But the reason I'm doing that is because, like I said, I have all of those things that I need to get done that's going to take away from my reading time. So if I try to do a reading from like a set, like if I would start at 1 and read till 1 tomorrow, as much as I can in that time, I'm not going to get a lot done, because I need to get lots of things done here at the house. So in between tasks, when I sit down to read, I'm going to start the timer and read for a literal 24 hours. If that all makes sense. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But what I will be reading is, like I said, I'm going to be finishing the books that I'm working on or want to work on for the Historathon challenge that I'm doing. The one I'm currently in the middle of is Out of the Red Shadow. This is the 3rd in the series, and I was able to get all 3 of the books. It's a trilogy. into this historathon, which I was very happy for. Like it just worked out for different prompts to get this whole series in. And I'm loving it so far. I really, really love this trilogy because it's set in Poland. I've loved Poland. I've been there twice, but the history is just fascinating. And the series is set in like in the middle of World War II, and then the years after, like up into the 70s, until Poland actually wins its independence back from the communists of Russia. And so yes, I'm thoroughly loving the series. I am currently 76 pages in, and so I want to try to finish that one first. Need to stay in frame, and then the next ones that I am going to try to get to, since these historathon prompts are like all related to the previous, like each prompt is related to the previous book that I read in this thing. I've been trying to read them in order, so I'm only reading one book at a time, which is making me read a little bit less than I normally do, I think. I don't know. I should try to actually figure that out. But the next one that I want to read in this list is The Help by Catherine Stockett. And if I actually get that one done, we're gonna move on to All the Stars in the Heavens by Adriana Trigiani. And then the last one is The Tattooist of Auschwitz. And so, I have no idea if I will get to all of those books. Probably not, let's be realistic, in this weekend, but I wanna get a lot read so that I can try to finish these books, or as much as I can, before the month is over. So yes, we're gonna be starting with Out of the Red Shadow. And I should be able to get this one done because I'm loving the series so much that it's pretty easy just to get through and read them pretty quickly. It's 12:53. Since I got up at 10 and had a late breakfast, I haven't been super hungry, but I'm going to make some lunch first at 1 o'clock and maybe clean up the kitchen, and then I'm going to get started reading. And I will try to make sure that I document the timer as well, you know, making sure that I'm actually doing this properly. But I'm gonna go fix myself some lunch, clean up the kitchen, because there's dishes that have piled up from getting ready for Thanksgiving meal, and I was gone all day yesterday, didn't get it done. So, you know, transparency, as Amanda says. But anyway, let's go make lunch and clean up the kitchen. So we had BLTs the other night for supper, and we had a little bit of bacon left. I love BLTs so much, so I'm gonna finish up that bacon and have a BLT for lunch. Transparency, this is the state of my kitchen right now. 100% setting up a time lapse to get the cleaning done, because there's so much fun to do and there's so much fun to watch back. It's so satisfying. I love time lapse. I love cleaning time lapses. They're so fun. You guys are in my pantry right now. Got Gilmore Girls going on in the background. But you know, cue the time lapse. And done. We have a very tiny kitchen, as you can see, and no dishwasher, so I have to do everything by hand, which I actually don't mind. I love washing dishes. But there's the clean products. I always just let them dry and then put them away instead of drying them with a hand towel. I let them drip dry, air dry. You know, whatever it's called. But, going to eat my lunch now. I put avocado on it because, you know, the California BLT, which is amazing. And I always add cheese to my BLTs as well, so it's gonna be a whole delicious thing. But I'm gonna go sit down, enjoy this. The updated bouquet of flowers. So gorgeous. He always does so well with picking out the colors as well to mix together. I love them so much. Do a little taste test of this BLT CA. Cheese and avocado, all of the things. Come on. Look at that. Immaculate. Okay, so I ate my lunch. Come here, bud. Ooh, started another load of, excuse me for getting all up in your face, started another load of laundry, did some straightening up throughout the house, and I'm gonna take a minute and read some. Oops. Scratched my hand somehow and it was bleeding and I have no idea what happened and how it happened. I am going to start the stopwatch and read for a bit. I don't know how long I'm gonna read. I want to actually make it worthwhile and not just do like 2 minutes of reading. Like I want to actually get a significant chunk done. So, you know what? We're just gonna read until I decide it's time to get up and go to the next task. Probably when the laundry load is done and I need to put the next one in. So that's usually around 30 minutes or so. We're just gonna read. Starting now. Okay, so I have been reading, or I read, for 38 minutes, 28 seconds. And I got to page 104. So I was at 76 to 104, 28 pages. Again, I'm really enjoying this book. We're just getting to the part that Poland is getting very close to gaining its independence now from the Soviets. So yes, it is historical fiction. So like the family in here, the storyline that we're following is fictional, but based on real people and obviously based on true events in Poland and all of that. It's very interesting for sure. But I'm going to go get some other tasks done. I need to fix the guest room bed and get the guest room all ready for next week, so that's done, so I don't have to worry about that. It's currently 2:40 in the afternoon. I usually drink my afternoon coffee around 4, but I might do it a little earlier today. Well, it is now 3:30. And I got the guest room finished, as you would have seen, but UPS just came right after that and dropped off a Christmas present for my husband, and so I wanted to quickly wrap it so that he doesn't see it or figure out what it is. So I was wrapping that. And now I'm going to make that coffee I was talking about earlier, and then we're gonna sit down and read some more. So let's go make the coffee.
And then every video, every episode, I go more in depth with particular editions or sections of my bookshelves. And now we are on to my Penguin Black Spine classics. I have most of them on my desk. Just showing you how I have them on my desk, but I do have some of them in my...
Taste test. So good. I never change the way I make coffee. Not never. Rarely change the way I make my coffee. I always use maple syrup, like the legit maple syrup, and half and half, or I mix heavy cream with regular milk, you know, which is basically half and half. So it's always good. Such a great go-to, never fails, it's always delicious. It's amazing. But we need to get on with this 24-hour readathon. Like I said, we stopped at 38. There was a message. 38 minutes. So we're going to going to hit it again and get to reading. Cue the time lapse. Okay, you guys, so I did make it to like, I've now officially read for 1 hour. It's a good thing I'm doing this timed version this weekend because I've not been getting much reading done at all today because obviously, like I said, I was busy. I need to get things done. But my mom, I was FaceTiming my mom and family back home, and so we were chatting for a while. Let me see. The last time I updated, I had read from, I read up to what did I read up to? I had read up to 104, and now I'm at 134 in this book. Excuse me. So now it's time to go make supper, and it's Friday night, and I always make, or I started a tradition of making pizza every Friday night. So I'm gonna go get that started, and then I'm gonna sit down and read. But also I will be reading during the live reading sprints / Google meetup thing that Celestia and Sam from the Book Bunch will be doing tonight. So I'll try to get some clips of that as well, but should be a fun time. I accidentally joined the last time that they did that a couple weeks ago, and we had so much fun that they decided to do it again. So I think a bunch of us are going to be getting together. It's like a PJ party. Everything from all around the world, because Sam is from Australia, and a bunch of us from the States, and I think Canada. I don't know who all is joining, but I think it'll be a fun time because we had a lot of fun last time. Either way, I'm excited. So I'm gonna go start on the pizza. I can probably read a little bit through the time that the pizza is making. I don't know, but I will make sure to keep track of the reading time as well on the stopwatch. So that is the update. This thing is kind of all over the place. I hope I can do this whole like reading for actual 24 hours this weekend, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get with this. Okay, so I've already got the crust put on the pan, but I make the crust homemade because I found an amazing recipe on Pinterest. I should link it down below because I think Celestia was actually asking me for it and I forgot to send it to her, so that's my bad. But I'll put it in the description down here because it is my favorite pizza crust recipe that I've found so far, and it's so simple. And I always double the recipe and then just stick half of the dough in the freezer for the next week, so I'm not making pizza crust every week. So it's every 2 weeks. But it's so simple and so delicious. But I always, when I make my pizza, always sprinkle a little bit of olive oil over it, the top of the crust. Just spread it out, brush it on. I don't have a brush, so I use my fingers. And I apologize if that grosses people out, but you know, it gets baked and it's just me and my husband eating it, so we're good. And my hands are clean. And then I always sprinkle some minced garlic over the crust as well. And then some oregano. Always oregano. Oregano is probably one of my favorite spices. It's so good. I put it on my eggs. I know that sounds absolutely weird, but when I make my fried eggs for breakfast, I always put oregano on it. It's so good. You should try it. And then I spread the pizza sauce. I don't make my own pizza sauce. I buy the organic brand from City Market, Kroger. If you don't have City Markets, but it's Kroger brands basically. I always spread a little bit. I don't love a lot of pizza sauce because I think it can sometimes take away from the rest of the pizza, but just enough to give it flavor. And then, is this gonna turn into a whole segment of Cooking with Carmen? Along with reading books, I love cooking so much. It's so much fun. I don't love baking, but I love cooking, so I'm always trying to improve recipes that I find, or making up my own, and trying new recipes, different ethnic foods, Italian being my favorite, obviously, because pizza. But yes, and then I have spread the pizza sauce, and then I get the shredded Parmesan, grated Parmesan, I should say. Oops, and sprinkle that over it. Nice and thick. You can never go wrong with too much Parmesan. And then I stick this in the oven and bake it for like 5 minutes just to get the crust somewhat baked a little bit before I put all of the rest of the toppings on. So I'm gonna do that now. Stick it in the oven and let it bake for a good 5 minutes, and then I'll put the rest of the toppings on. Ditched the cardigan again because it got warm. The oven's on, and this tiny little kitchen gets warm very quickly. I always leave that door open. What next? Oh yes, so another thing I do along with making pizza every Friday night. Sometimes I'll make a salad, other times we just have pizza. Tonight we have some fresh veggies that need to be eaten up, so I'll probably get those out as well and we'll have that as a side. But another thing we do just to make it a little more special is I make spritzers. They're kind of like mocktails, you know? What we do, oops, is grab some sparkling water. I almost dropped it, wow. Some sparkling water. Some people use Sprite, and I think some people probably prefer Sprite, but because Sprite has so much sugar in it, disgustingness and all of that, I try not to drink too many sodas. Once in a while I'll have one, but I prefer the sparkling water anyway. It's healthier, but if you want this drink to be a little sweeter, most people use Sprite. But here is the key. This mojito syrup. So it has lime and mint flavor in it. And this is the key to making a good spritzer slash mocktail. You can buy these on Amazon. I'll link it down below. You can also find it at local liquor stores, but I don't frequent those places. So I always buy from Amazon. Yes, this particular brand and this syrup, it's so good. It gives the perfect minty lime flavor to the drink. And then you can also order from the same brand on Amazon different, come on, focus, different fruit flavor syrups, and blackberry is our favorite, but I also have raspberry and peach because whenever I make it for guests, some people have different tastes. But basically a tablespoon of each of the syrups in the bottom of the cup, and then you add ice to the cup and then top it off with the sparkling water or Sprite, depending which one you're using. And that's it. It's that simple. And if you want to add some garnish to it, if you have frozen fruit like blueberries or even mangoes, whatever frozen fruit you have on hand, just to throw into the drink to make it look pretty, you can always do that. I don't always have that on hand, so I don't always mix it in because it doesn't really add to the flavor. It's just for looks, to make a pretty drink. And then sometimes if I have it as well, if I have fresh mint leaves, I will stick those on top, you know, just to make it all pretty and stuff. But it's very delicious. It's a once a week kind of treat, so I love to do it. I'll show you guys when I actually mix it up and put it together, but I wanted to just let you know what's going on. But I'll show you a clip of me mixing it all together then for the drinks. But there's that. Thanks for coming to Cooking with Carmen. Oh no, I don't think I have pepperoni. I used all the pepperoni, no! I'm gonna have to quick call my husband and see if he can stop in and grab some. So I was in the middle of making pizza and I realized I did not have any more pepperonis. So would you mind stopping in at City Market and grabbing some? They're, like, if you go down the aisle where all the deli meat and bacon and sausage and things are, they're on the end cap. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye, love you. Yay. So while I'm waiting on him to bring the pepperoni and the crust is baking, we're gonna get in some more reading time. So let's go. Got the pepperoni, thanks to the husband. I'm bringing it home. And I always sprinkle some bacon bits as well. Sometimes I switch up the kind of pizza, but tonight we're gonna stick with the good old pepperoni and bacon bits. And honestly, the mozzarella. And the more cheese, the better. I always get this Italian 5-cheese mixture and spread it out on top of the mozzarella as well. And it makes it so yummy. Ready to go. So the YouTube live thing is currently going on. I'm muted, I hope. And they're playing a game right now, but I'm trying to finish up supper. And also completely forgot to show you guys me putting the drinks together. So I'll have to include that in another video sometime. But yes, there's that. And the pizza is finished, but I have not tried it yet. But I think it's good. So I'm gonna go sit down and eat the pizza, and then we're gonna play games, we're gonna read, do all the fun things on the live. Well, it is 12:38 and I just finished Out of the Red Shadow. Took me 5 hours to finish this book. Man, but I'm gonna go to sleep now and we'll pick up tomorrow with this whole reading thing. But yeah, good night. Well, good morning, everyone. It is 10:41. Would have started earlier, but I was expecting a call from my doctor. It was a whole confusing thing, but he hasn't called yet, so I'm assuming it's still scheduled for Monday. I don't know, it was weird. But after I closed off last night, I did actually read for a little bit more, so now we're at almost 5.5 hours. So I'm gonna get started today. I read one chapter of The Help, and so I'm gonna work on this in between the tasks that I need to get done today. So yeah. Can anybody tell that this is my favorite color? It's on my wall. And now this new hoodie. Wow. Big fan. Kippers, you ready to get some reading done? You ready to get some reading done? Also, today is the big rivalry game day for football teams, and so I might be jumping in and out depending what's going on right now in the game, because Georgia Bulldogs are playing Georgia Tech. So it's Rec Tech Day. And currently Georgia Tech is ahead in the first quarter, and that's not good. So might be jumping in and out on that game, watching it. So if you know, you know. But it's time to start reading. Okay, so I've now officially been reading for 7 hours. Obviously not straight, but I got to page 103, and I'm gonna take a break and get some things done. We're gonna eat lunch. I'm gonna try to finish some laundry, get a little cleaning done. but you know, surprisingly making my way through. I think I'm gonna keep doing like a task and then read 100 pages in the book. Try to get this stuff done. And it's 1 o'clock this afternoon, so I hope I can finish this by tomorrow. We're calling this an attempted 24-hour readathon, right? Well, I got lots of things done, got the laundry done, I cleaned windows inside and out. It was long overdue, so now it's back to reading. Got the coffee, of course, and let me see, reading update. Like I said, I made it to 100, so now I'm going to sit down and try to read to 200 before I get on to other things. So I'm actually enjoying the book so far, for the most part. I don't say that I would ever want to, at this point I probably would never want to read it again, but you know, it's good. So, reading now. Okay, everyone, I read to page 206. I always read to the end of a chapter, so I wanted to get to page 200, but the end of the chapter is 206. But anyway, officially been reading for 9 hours and 41 minutes. It's taken me a really long time to get through this book. I'm really enjoying it. It's a little hard to read sometimes, but like I said, I'm enjoying it. It's a good perspective and reminder of how bad things really were back in the South. I'm really enjoying the story. The only thing I'm not enjoying is the language. They've got quite a bit of language in here, but other than that, the story is really interesting, so I'm enjoying it. But anyway, I need to go do some more tasks. I want to get the sweeping and mopping done. It's taken me a lot longer to get my cleaning done this weekend because I'm doing this whole readathon too. But anyway, let's go to work. Well, my house is clean now, and I just showered, washed my hair, and I feel clean. All is right in my world. And oof, I made myself a cup of tea and refilled my water bottle, and we are good to go. I'm just gonna read until I fall asleep, because we have to be at church early, so I do actually have to get some sleep. So I'm gonna try to get to at least 12 hours, and then I'll try to get 12 more hours in tomorrow, you know, to actually complete this 24-hour readathon. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but you know, this is an attempt, you know. But I am getting a lot of reading done. I've already finished one book, almost halfway done with this book, and we'll probably finish it tonight, or I'm gonna try one more book tomorrow, and I'm good to go. Wow. You know, I have high hopes right now. But anyway, my skin feels a little dry. The weather out, I mean, living in Colorado, my skin gets so dry in the wintertime, so I'm gonna go grab some lotion and then I'm gonna start reading. But yeah, let's get this reading done. Also holed up in the room talking quietly because my husband is out watching football yet, so you know, he's a Notre Dame fan and that's who's playing right now, so that's what he's doing. But anyway, got my lotion, skin feels much better, and I'm gonna start reading now. So ready for chapter 16. Look at that. I'm further along than I thought. It'll be easy to hit 12 hours, so let's go. Well, good afternoon, guys. I just finished The Help. I rated it, I think I'm gonna go with 3.5 stars. 4 stars on Goodreads, but technically 3.5 stars. But I'm gonna do a whole reading wrap up and I'll talk more about my thoughts on it. But overall, I enjoyed it. There's some content considerations and some language, but you know, we're gonna get into all of that when I do my wrap up. But I did finish it, actually. And we're sitting at, let's see if we can get that. Oh no, stop, I accidentally started it. We're sitting at 14:15. So, only 10 more hours to go in this whole 24-hour readathon. Will I make it? I don't know, it's gonna be late tonight. But anyway, it is 2:10. We had church this morning and we had to be there a little early. So I did read a little bit sitting there, since not very many people had showed up yet. And then we were invited to stay for lunch as well. So, you know, just got back maybe an hour ago, I don't know. And my husband and I were chatting, and then I finished up reading just now. My husband went to play flag football, which they usually do on Sunday afternoons with some of the guys from the community, and yeah, so I'm gonna sit down and we're gonna just go ahead and get started with All the Stars in the Heavens. So I have no idea if I'll like this book. It's also a very long book. Why do I pick long books for these things? But I got through The Help, so maybe we can get through this one too. So we're gonna start now. Happy reading. Hello. Okay, there. Don't know why it was clear. So I low-key have a feeling that I'm gonna DNF this book. Because I just read the synopsis again, and it seems like there's a bit of there's just enough hinting in it that I'm not gonna love the content in here, because it's a story about Clark Gable and Loretta Young, the stars of Gone with the Wind. Not Gone with the Wind. Why did I always think it was Gone with the Wind? I read that wrong. But anyway. Clark Gable and Loretta Young on The Call of the Wild. And Clark Gable is married. But apparently this is it says it's an unforgettable tale of one of cinema's greatest love affairs during the heyday of American movie making. So I can already tell that I'm probably gonna DNF it. But you know what? I'm gonna read a chapter at least and see what it's like and go from there. I don't know. Seems a bit sketch. And I think this was a book that was, like I said, mentioned before when I was doing this, the TBR for this month. If I remember correctly, I said that this was a free book from the thrift store. It was just being recycled, and so I just brought it home just to see if it's any good, so I didn't spend any money on it. So it's not going to be that hard on me to DNF it if I don't like it and just get rid of it again. I think I was just grabbing a bunch of books because they were free, and so I'm like, I'm gonna bring them home, read them, see if I like them. If I don't, great. Nothing wasted, except maybe a little bit of time. But that's what I'm gonna do now. Wouldn't be surprised if I end up DNFing, but we'll see. I'll take you along on the process. Okay, so we're back in the bedroom because my husband is watching a movie and I want to get this reading done. But yep, DNFing. I'm not gonna keep reading this. It's not worth my time. It's already so chock full of Hollywood star names, movie sets, things like that, and I don't care about Hollywood. And it's already like Loretta Young is already in a relationship with a married man, and I'm just like, no, we don't need this in our lives. I'm good. We're gonna just move on. So I'm picking up the last one on the TBR, The Tattooist of Auschwitz. So this is what we're gonna work on right now. We're at 15 hours and 46 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna finish this tonight. So this will be an attempt 24-hour readathon like I've been saying. So yeah, here we go. On to reading. Okay guys, so it's Monday night now, and I'm going to be wrapping up the vlog now, and I'm also going to edit it really quickly and try to get it uploaded tonight. My husband is recording his podcast, so I gotta speak a little quietly. Hey bud. I think this whole vlog is pretty much me in my bed. So, sorry about that, but anyway, got the hipster here to finish everything out, but here's what happened. You guys all know that I DNF'd. I can't even remember the title of it. You know which one I'm talking about. And so I decided to pick up the last one on my TBR, The Tattooist of Auschwitz, and I finished it in one sitting. In 3 hours, I had it done. I was pretty surprised myself, but it's a really quick read. I enjoyed it. It was very hard to read, having been to Auschwitz and just being able to picture everything. But also, since I know that the actual museum of Auschwitz and everyone there, they don't love this book because they think that the author took too much creative liberty with the story, and embellished some things. I'm not really sure what it is about the story that they don't like. So there's like this part of me that was like, I don't know how much I can believe in here. Like what was fact, what was fiction, all of the things. Overall, it was a good story, and I know that there's some truth in it. And I enjoyed reading it, and I think I gave it like a 4-star, 3.5, 4 stars. There's obviously some language in there and awful things that soldiers did. Obviously there's going to be trigger warnings and content considerations in this book, but like the story itself was really interesting, and I could picture where everything was happening. So that was fun. I mean, it wasn't fun, I can't say it was fun, but it made it more interesting and made the story come alive a little bit more. But yeah, again, I don't know what's to believe in it or not, and obviously it is fiction based on a true story, so you know, all of that information. But we're just gonna close out the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun again. Oh yes, I gotta get the time in. I read for 18 hours and 39 minutes. So I didn't make it to the 24 hours, but I got 3 books read and some of another book that I didn't finish. So I think that was, you know, a decent amount. And I got all of my books on my TBR read now, except the one I DNF'd. And that would be 9 books. And I still have some days to spare in November, so I made my goal of getting some books read this weekend, knowing that these next couple days are going to be busy. So it's a win for me all around, even if I didn't make it to 24 hours. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. Bye.